Aloha kako. My name is Haley Walcher. I'm the horticulture assistant here at the National Tropical Botanical Garden at the Conservation Nursery. A lot of us have trouble growing some trees, but Ko is actually one of the more drought tolerant, sun loving, salt spray tolerant as well trees that you can get. Ko is actually also a kind of a fast growing hardwood. So even within a couple years, you can get probably a 10 to 12 foot tree, probably within like 2 years actually. So not only, it's an amazing tree, it's got all the tolerance to it, but it's quick growing. Ko wood is very amazing in the same way. It's got a beautiful grain. So even if you grow the tree, it was actually traditionally used for a lot of umeke bowls. So unlike koa or a lot of other trees that have resin within the sap, Ko tree doesn't have that specific resin, so you can use a lot of tools, or the wood could be used for a lot of eating. Not only does Ko have amazing wood that's really easy to work with, but it produces a beautiful flower. So that bright orange flower you can actually string and make into a beautiful lei as well. So it kind of resembles an ilima lei, but it's just a little bit more on the bright orange side, and that can last probably a little bit over a day. Since Ko is a really easy tree to plant, you do want to make sure that you plant it in the right spot. Since it can get up to about 25 to 30 feet in height, it can also get about that in width. So whenever you do plant it, don't plant it near a home. I would kind of have a little isolated spot. Think ahead, just because it does have a big canopy. Another thing about Ko is the seeds. So you do kind of want to take into consideration that a lot of the seeds are going to drop, and they're perfectly round, almost like large marbles. So you kind of don't want it near a walking path or anywhere that you will be parking, but otherwise it creates a really nice mulch for the tree itself. So as long as you're not walking on it, there's not much of a trip hazard. And keep it far away from homes, about 25 to 30 feet from most areas. So another thing to consider when planting your Ko is that they actually have a shallow root system. So if it's going to be anywhere where there's a lot of digging or anywhere where there could be root disturbance, I'd avoid that as well, because the less that you affect the root systems, the stronger the tree will be. Ko prefers full sun, so as long as it's got pretty good drainage and really good watering or irrigation system to keep it moist, you can keep it in absolute full sun. It is salt tolerant, so even if you're near the ocean, being full sun, salt tolerant, it's going to be fine. So even though Ko is a drought tolerant tree, just to get it established in those early stages, you would like to do watering. So I'd say water when the soil dries up, and that may depend where you are. If you're on the southwest side of the island, that may be every couple days, so every 2 to 3 days, give it a nice soak. If you're on the east or north side of the island with heavy rains, it may be just once a week that you do it. But just let the soil dry up in between, and then let oxygen be able to aerate the root system, and then give it a nice good soak. And once the plant is established, you can actually taper off with the watering. So if the tree ends up growing sideways, you can actually give it a really nice, good, heavy prune. They can tolerate very well to that, and they'll just bounce right back and send out new shoots from wherever you take a cutting from.